Morning, Danny. What have the last few days been like from your perspective?
Been good. I think after the positivity at the Stockport game, not just the sort of gritty and hard-fought performance, but the reaction of the crowd after it was a real great feeling. I think the club and the players have taken it into the last few days, and now there's real clarity with the manager's situation and someone with the experience and successes of Paul Cook to come in the building is a good lift for everyone.
What has Paul Cook said to you, and what has he said to you about your role in particular?
I think carry on as usual, really, in terms of my assistant role. We're up near the top, so his point is he doesn't want to come in and change too much. I mean, already there's been a few little things he's said, and tweaked, and sometimes you need that new set of eyes to come in and see things maybe people haven't seen before. So, yeah, there's going to be little tweaks here and there, but I think he's doesn't want to come in and change too much at the moment because we're doing okay. But for me personally, it's a chance for me to carry on learning on my coaching journey.
Are you leading everything for this game against Weymouth? And are you doing the things like picking the team, leading training today?
I think we're going to talk about that today, but I think it's mainly going to be what we've been doing in training. The manager's obviously at the training ground today, and we'll speak to some players and give some advice on some things. And then I think going forward tomorrow, I think it's going to be the same sort of routine as such as how we do things on a match day. And as time goes on, I think any changes will be gradual changes. And like I say, already to have the manager in place now, everyone's got that real, we know what we're doing now going forward as a club.
Have you said anything to Paul about, this is what I think, this is how I think this team, because you've been right there for the whole of this season, this is what I think needs to happen in order for this team to finish the job, to get back into the Football League?
I think the manager's main thing is that, he's here now to really help us get over the line and win promotion. That's what we're after. He has asked my advice and the other staff's advice, and he's been really great. He's really listened and valued everyone's opinion, which means a lot when a manager comes in, and not just myself, but all the staff have been spoken to and asked their opinions on what's gone well, what could be better. It's not all what's great. There's things we can improve upon as a team of staff, as a playing staff, and obviously he's here now to try and sort of refine all those and really push us on to win the league.
Is there any disappointment from your view that you weren't offered the job full time, especially given the results that you've achieved? No.
I think my sort of mantra, so to speak, didn't change from the start. From me pre-match interview with Eastleigh to after Stockport, I sort of maintained the same beliefs and views in the situation, which was this club was in a really healthy position in the league. They've got some good players, they've got some good people running the place, and most importantly, they've got a really good set of supporters that turn up in their numbers week in, week out. And I think for me, I want to be at this football club long term. I was enjoying my role as an assistant. I enjoyed the 3 games as interim manager, and I'm sure I'll now go on enjoying to be the gaffer's assistant once more, and I want to carry on playing a big part in getting us that promotion.
And what do you think it would mean for this club to get there, ultimately to get back into the Football League?
Everything. I see the joy in those people's faces when we won at home to Wealdstone at the start of the season, when the season hasn't even started properly, and all due respect, we're beating a team at home where everyone from the outside expects us to beat, and I see what it means to the town then. So I think if we were to get that promotion, I've had a few promotions in the past, in recent years, also some failures in recent years. I think the whole town, I said before, it is a one-town club, or one-club town, however you want to look at it, and I think if we were to get over the line, it would be tremendous for the town and for the people.
Quick word on the game the other night. A couple of days on, how do you reflect on the result at Stockport and where it leaves you now in the table?
Yeah, it was obviously a nervy one for everyone all concerned. I didn't think they could fit that many numbers on the electric scoreboard to put the time on, but they do, so that was nice. It was nervy, but then you go through that, and everyone was going through the same emotion, whether it be me and the supporters or the directors are all feeling that sort of anxiety, and you just got to sort of play it cool and try and help the players get over the line. And the way they did it was excellent. I think it could be potentially a little bit of a knock for Stockport. I mean, they beat Dover in the last minute, and then they couldn't break us down with 10 men behind the ball. Maybe people might look at them as being so invincible after all. So that might work that way. It might not. They're a very, very strong outfit, but I think it should give us and our players some confidence that we can go to the team that's top of the league, even though we're second, and with 10 men come away with a result.
What kind of game do you expect against Weymouth?
Different kind of pressure, different kind of game. I was only talking in the time that I've just taken the reins briefly. Eastleigh away was, I think everyone really thought we were going to get beat because of what's gone on. It was on the telly, that's one kind of pressure. Dagenham at home, big crowd. Fans want to see a performance as well as a result, big pressure. Go to Stockport, potentially biggest club in the league maybe. 2-0 up, 10 men, big pressure. Tick, 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 done all three. So tomorrow's a different pressure. You know, it's a team going to be fighting for their life to stay up. It won't be a sell-out crowd. It's a long coach journey down there. How are we going to do? How are we going to deal with that, boys? You know, because it isn't just going to Stockport when you've got 2,000 fans there in front of 10,000 and we're all celebrating. You know, afterwards. You know, we've got that massive point. This is different. It's a different kind of game, and we have to respect them and respect the game and make sure we come away with a win.
And finally, is there any injury news? Anybody back for this one? Anybody a fresh doubt for you?
No, I think it's like I always say. I think Friday's a big day. We look at the ones that are doubts, like Lawrence Maguire and Curtis Weston, and go from there. Obviously, Kingy's suspended, and that's a bit of a blow. It's a massive blow, but we've got a good squad to fill the boots.
Cheers, Danny. All the
No
best.
problems. No worries.
Good morning, Danny.
Hello, Liam.
In terms of Paul Cook's appointment, what sort of impact do you think this will have on the club?
I think you've seen already there's a big lift around the place. The place has been buzzing recently anyway, and then this has given everyone an even bigger lift. You know, I think supporters especially have obviously been at this club a lot longer than me. Remember the good times that he brought here. So I think it's going to give a lift. I think it's potentially a statement to other teams in the league, you know, that we want to get over the line. And like I said earlier, it's a good chance for me as a youngish coach to try and learn on my journey and sort of learn from someone who's much more experienced and managed a lot more games than me. So that's going to be something I'm looking forward to, picking up points and listening and learning along the way. And ultimately, I just want to keep enjoying me days at work, and the 1 or 2 days that the manager's been in so far. That's what's exactly been happening.
How do you feel about being asked to stay on at the club?
Yeah, you know, I'm very pleased. In my mind, I wasn't planning on going anywhere at all. I want to be here for my future, my long-term future. I keep saying it. I'm really at home here as a place, and I feel at home with the football club and the people that work here. It's a nice place to come in, so I certainly wouldn't have wanted to go anywhere. I know how football works, but I think that how well the club's done, it's now a great time to sort of make this addition, and like I say, we can all learn off him, and hopefully he does get us over the line.
And how much are you looking forward to being able to take sort of tips and advice of someone who has won league titles and managed at a high level in the Football League? How much are you looking forward to that? Yeah,
I mean, already, like, you know, he said a few things, you know, Ipswich and Pompey and Wigan, and little anecdotes and stories and things that happened, and opens your eyes to stuff, and you learn from stuff. And you know, he said himself, you know, he's learnt stuff the last couple of years. His last tenure at Ipswich, he's learnt some stuff, and so it shows you're never too young or old to keep learning, improving. So I'd be far too arrogant to admit that I can't learn anything, and I'm looking forward to that.
Having seen Jeff King's tackle back at Stockport again, what's your thoughts on it?
I think it's a difficult one. You know, I think back at Leyton Orient, the club decided to appeal something similar, and the FA put another 2 or 3 games on top. So I think it was a 6 game instead of a 3 game. I think what they do, they do it from the referee's view and his angle. And if you watch the clip back, the referee's got a perfect view of it. I suppose our biggest disappointment is the delay. Maybe the referee took, and even their bench really, when they started jumping, throwing their arms around, it was a bit of a delay. I don't know. I don't know nowadays if you can do tackles. Did he win the ball? Yes. Was it reckless? Not sure. But do I see a lot of red cards from him? Probably. So It's something we've got to get on with now. We've got a good squad to replace Jeff. He come back from a knee injury, so I suppose it gives him a bit of time to get that knee 100% if it's not there already.
Was there any thought about appealing it then, or was it a straightforward decision in the end?
I think there's discussion. I think we all had a look at it. I think we had some advice from people, ex-league referees, etc. Just casually, and I think it was no chance sort of thing. But that's life. We have to get on with it.
How's Manny Oyeleke? Obviously came up in the second half. How's he doing?
Yeah, I think we knew that he would maybe seize up at some point. We probably weren't banking on having 10 men and him having to sort of cover a bit more ground than we'd had hoped. I think we got every last drop out of him the other night, and then it was obviously time he seized up a bit. But luckily nothing's pulled or torn, etc. So he'll be travelling down to Weymouth.
And Lawrence Maguire, Curtis Weston, will they be assessed today as well?
They'll be assessed today. Curtis will definitely be travelling down, and Maguire's a maybe.